Coming up on Point News, Point Park business students have new options for pursuing a postgraduate degree. Find out how you can earn your degree without leaving the house.
The trial of the former East Pittsburgh police officer who shot and killed 17-year-old Antonio Rose is set to begin next Tuesday. Find out what you should be aware of if you are on campus next week.
And later, the Pittsburgh Steelers completed what many believe to be their biggest trade in franchise history. Find out which superstar was moved and what the Steelers got for the All-Pro. Point News starts now.
Live from the Point Park University Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is Point News.
The trial of Michael Rossfeld, the former East Pittsburgh officer charged in the shooting death of 17-year-old Antoine Rose, is scheduled to begin on March 19th at the Allegheny County Courthouse on Grant Street. The final jurors for the trial were selected yesterday in Harrisburg due to the widespread publicity of the case in the Pittsburgh area. It took the defense and prosecutors less than 90 minutes, to agree on the final jury. Point Park's Chief of Police, Jeffrey Bisong, advises students and faculty to be aware of possible demonstrations that may take place near Point Park during the trial or at the time of the verdict.
Mayor Peduto issued a new executive order on March 4th called the Pittsburgh Principles. According to a City of Pittsburgh press release, the Pittsburgh Principles outlines the expectations for the safe testing of self-driving cars. The principles include transportation communication between the city and partners, promoting self-driving systems with high occupancy with low emissions, and merging with industry leaders to develop more self-driving tech. Timothy McNulty, Communications Director for the mayor, states that self-driving technology can significantly reduce transportation-related crashes, expand access, and lower cost. The Pittsburgh Principles is the first executive order of its kind in the world.
Point Park business students now have another option when working towards a master's degree. Nicole Fascini has more.
About 4 years ago, Point Park University gave their education students the opportunity to complete their master's degree online versus on campus. It originally started as a way to keep the program afloat, but it turned out to be much more than that. Sabrina Filkowski gets up every morning around 5 a.m., gets in her car, and drives to Westmont Hilltop Elementary School where she teaches first grade. When she comes home around 4:30, she will grade papers, get out her laptop, and work towards getting her master's degree online through Point Park University, a school that is about 2 hours away from her home.
I've never been to Point Park campus. It makes it easier because I don't have to travel for my classes. I can go home right after work.
Sabrina tells me that the option of taking courses from her own home allows the program to be more accessible to her. According to a new study released from the United States Census Bureau, the number of people holding master's degrees, aged 25 and older, went from over 10 million in 2000 to 21 million today. Dr. Richard Gutkind says that he has seen this growth take place in the education master's program at Point Park because of this online trend.
Really, in this day and age, this is what our students want, especially graduate students.
In the state of Pennsylvania, teachers are required to gain an additional 24 credits before their 6th year of teaching. And Dr. Gutkind says that a lot of these teachers think that if they are taking these 24 credits anyway, they might as well just get their master's degree. And although the salaries of teachers vary depending on the school district, a master's degree greatly helps.
Most teachers' contracts are set up in a way that the more credits you have earned, you get a little bit of a bump in your salary. If you have a master's degree, it continues to grow.
And Dr. Gutkind says it also helps society as a whole.
We need the best possible teachers in our schools right now.
Now, Dr. Gutkind told me that they are looking to add more programs in the near future. Nicole Fascino for Point News.
The School of Communications graduate assistant Ellen Staton had the experience of a lifetime last week representing Team USA in the 2019 Winter World University Games as the women's team's videographer. Staton traveled to Moscow, Russia, and was there for 3 weeks, breaking down plays and goals for coaches. Her advice to students is to keep in contact with past coaches and employers.
So I am going to be the video coordinator for USA Hockey. My old coach at Adrian College, Brett Berger, he called me one day and he said, "There's an amazing opportunity. They need a video person. Can I put your name in?" And I said, "Absolutely." He told me, "I don't know the dates yet." And I said, "I don't really care." He said, "It's in Russia. I will be there no matter what I have to do to be there." So I'm going to be filming their games and then marking them during the game, like a goal, a power play, and then breaking down the footage afterwards for the coaches.
Stan used similar software to what the NHL used with Microsoft Surface. She returned back to the U.S. early this morning.
Pittsburgh is set to embark on its largest sewer project in city history. Find out where the project is starting and what the city is doing to improve its water lines.
And later, there are over 100 help boxes suited around campus. Find out why Point Park Police originally installed them and what they are used for. We'll be right back.
All right, we're ready.
Oh, no. You are right here.
Is the wind really necessary, guys? We need the wind. Okay.
You go take awful. Yeah. Awful.
Okay, I need someone to make me laugh.
Where's Wyatt? Wyatt's always late, duh.
I'm here. Jealous?
Get out of my way.
Stop.
Cool. Okay. And now we're smiling. There's a lot of noise going on. Let's keep the background.
3, 2, 1.
Here at the Pioneer sideline.
We covered the real sports.
On another season, the Penguins are just getting started with the regular season this week.
Pioneer sideline.
The show that starts your Friday mornings has returned with both familiar and new faces. Daybreak host Taylor Fife and Delaney Bomas are bringing you the latest updates in Pittsburgh and Point Park news. We also have a variety of talent on our free segments. Whether it be singing, dancing, or indeed egg smashing. Start your mornings with us at Daybreak on UView at UView Television.
Welcome back. It's a beautiful day out there, but how long will the warm temperatures last? Let's send it over to Alex Lenigan for your St. Patrick's weekend forecast. Alex?
That's right, Jevin. Spring is definitely upon us as it is about 70 degrees out there today. But let's take a look ahead at St. Patrick's Day weekend. This Friday, we have a high of 68 and a low of 45. Temperatures are going to kind of drop because of the rain rolling in late tonight. Saturday for the parade, it's going to be a little chilly, so you might want to bring a coat or an extra jacket with a high of 52 and a low of 34 degrees. But it will be very sunny, no rain. Don't have to wear your rain jacket. And finally, Sunday, we have a high of 50 degrees and low of 34, a very sunny day. I'll send it right back to you guys.
According to a press release from Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority, the PWSA embarked on its largest ever water and sewer infrastructure upgrade in the organization's history. The $13 million plan is going to start with over 7,000 feet of new water and sewer lines in the Strip District, stretching from Smallman Street on 16th Street to 21st Street. Tracy Smith is the Open Records Officer for the PWSA and looked positively toward the future as, quote, "The past project was under budget and worked immensely. We aim to do the exact same with this project," end quote.
Pittsburgh Road is set to receive a makeover. The installation of Ellsworth Avenue and Maryland Street in Shadyside will become the city's next artistic intersection. Pittsburgh's public art civic designer manager says the city hopes to tap into the LGBTQ population to highlight one of the Pittsburgh's more inclusive neighborhoods. According to the city's official website, this will be the second attempt at an artistic intersection, with the first one beginning unveiled in Carrick last year. The winning design will be implemented in their Pittsburgh annual Pride Week in June.
Still to come, Point Park students can now join a new club on campus to focus on issues related to them. Find out how this organization can impact you and students throughout campus.
And later, St. Patrick's Day is this weekend. Find out what Point Park and the city have planned for this Saturday's weekend.
What's one word to describe CAB?
Welcoming.
Community.
Creative.
Experiences.
Family.
Openness.
Pineapple.
The Campus Activities Board is a student-run organization that consists of 7 different committees. Each focuses on event planning, marketing, and administrative activities. Join us in organizing the juiciest events on campus, from late-night bingo to festive dances to our team bonding meetings. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Point Park Cap, or like us on Facebook at Campus Activities Board at Point Park University.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. I'm Josh Troop alongside Jess Paterchak.
Defending his decision to kick out 15 Cuban diplomats from the United States.
Thanks, Allison. Fitness on Demand has returned to Point Park.
Residents fear that Mount Agung will have a repeat of 1963's eruption.
2-star NFL quarterbacks made the headlines this week after wrapping up.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. That's your news tonight. For Nick Tomarello, I'm Alex Grubbs. Have a great night.
Have you ever wondered what the help boxes around campus are used for? I spoke to public safety officials to learn more. You pass these on the way to your room, your walk to class, and through Village Park. But what do these boxes do for students on campus?
Student, faculty, staff presses the button. We're alerted in our dispatch center, which gives the location, and it's a two-way communication from us to the caller.
In 1990, the Cleary Act was passed after 19-year-old Jeananne Cleary was raped and murdered on Lay University's campus. All colleges and universities that receive federal funding must put emergency boxes on their campuses.
A Metis box is an emergency alert system that we have on the campus. It's approximately over 100 of the boxes in the areas.
Public safety has a new way for students to report more serious incidences, like dating violence and stalking, via the Tip 411 app. The app allows students to anonymously send public safety a message discreetly. This is to help students continue moving if they are in immediate danger.
Those buildings are owned by the city itself, so there's nothing that's on Wood Street, but that's where that Tip 411 comes in handy, because it's an app you have on your phone. You press it and it's like instantaneous. You send that app, goes to our dispatch, and then the dispatcher will notify an officer.
Lieutenant Black says the response time is under 2 minutes when one of these buttons are pressed. Reporting in downtown Pittsburgh, for Point News, I'm Megan Masiosi.
According to the Rape and Abuse Incest International Network, 23.1% of females and 5.4% of males experience sexual assault during college. Point Park University introduced a new club this month called A Voice for the Innocent for college students affected by rape and sexual abuse and sexual assault. According to the club president, Nina Gabriel, the club's goal is to provide advice and support and contact resources to help survivors heal. Club participants are encouraged to share their personal stories and support one another. The meeting will be held on Sunday, March 17th in Academic Hall, room 301 at 6 p.m.
Le'Veon Bell found his new home after sitting out the 2018 season. Find out which AFC team landed the former Steelers running back in free agency.
And later, Pittsburgh is going green, how the city is getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. We'll be right back.
The United Student Government at Point Park University, working since the 1970s to solve the issues that matter to you. What concerns do you have about the university? Student life, safety, food service? Send us an email to studentconcerns@pointpark.edu or stop by our office on the 7th floor of the Student Center. You can also attend our weekly open meetings on Mondays at 3:15. Follow us on social media at USG_PPU for more. The United Student Government, by the students, for the students.
The Point Park Sports Network, bringing you live coverage of Pioneer Athletics on Stretch Internet, the home of the River States Conference and the NAIA. Subscribe today for complete access to the Point Park volleyball, baseball, basketball, and soccer teams. Watch live and on-demand broadcasts, and don't miss a minute of Point Park Athletics. Head to pointparksports.com/live for broadcast listings. The Point Park Sports Network, your streaming home for Point Park Athletics.
Like 3, 2, 1.
Please visit our website. Please, it's a nice website. Please visit our website. Please.
If you have ever watched television, whether accidentally or on purpose, YouView is for you.
Welcome back. The Steelers' biggest off-season storyline ended on Saturday when they traded wide receiver Antonio Brown to the Oakland Raiders. The trade sent the All-Pro receiver to Oakland in exchange for a 3rd and 5th round draft pick. The Steelers also traded offensive lineman Marcus Gilbert last week, sending the tackle to the Arizona Cardinals for a 6th round pick. Pittsburgh now has 10 picks in the upcoming 2019 NFL Draft.
Former Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell, excuse me again, his new home in the AFC. The 27-year-old signed a four-year, $52 million deal with the New York Jets. Bell sat out the 2018 NFL season after referring to signed his former tag with the Steelers. During his 5th season with the Steelers, Bell ran for 5,336 yards and 35 touchdowns. He was also slated to 3 Pro Bowls and 2 first-team All-Pro nominations.
Pittsburgh's St. Patrick's Day Parade is this Saturday, and Point Park is getting in the spirit by hosting a breakfast before the parade. The breakfast buffet will be held in Lawrence Hall lobby from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. There will be plenty of pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausage links, breakfast potatoes, muffins, orange juice, and toast. There will also be music, games, and prizes. The city of Pittsburgh also has a day full of events planned, starting with Mass in the Strip District at 8 a.m., and the parade will start at 10 a.m. and will pass right through Point Park. After the parade, head over to Market Square for activities and more festivities. Howl at the Moon will be holding a St. Patrick's Day party from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching.
Point News will be back next Thursday at 2 p.m. Have a great week, Pioneers.